Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of rebuilding this. This is my Triumph Tiger. It's a 2016 Sport that we did get out of the Copart auction. So if you want to go see part 1, click on the link up here. I'll leave it up here for you and then you can come back. For anyone coming back to part 2, sorry about the delay. I've been very busy trying to finish up for work and then I did get ill over the Christmas break. So, but yeah, we're here for part 2. We're going to take these forks off now. We've got to change the rod on here because it's broken. And then we're going to change the oils in them, get them going, take the tank off. We're going to check this radiator because it's absolutely minging. It could have a leak, so we're going to pressurize that, test that. And then, yeah, we can start servicing the engine and then hopefully for part 3 start getting this thing back together, or maybe in this part, we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, let's crack on. So as you can see with the fork, that's where our mudguard sort of bracket goes like this, and then we can put the mudguard over. So we have to get this replaced. We have a new one over there, and as you can see with the radiator, it looks like it's slightly damp. So that's the reason why we need to get this tank off here, and then we can put a pressure tester on there and then test the radiator. We're going to just replace that because that is absolutely filthy. So yeah, let's crack on and get this fork taken off now. So I've actually never changed a set of forks before on a bike, so this is going to be quite interesting. It's a first for me. I've changed like rams and that on diggers, dumpers, that sort of stuff. So in essential it's kind of the same, whereas this though will have sort of a spring inside for the dampering and the rebound. But yeah, let's get this fork off and find out. So first thing I'm going to do is just crack off the nut on the top here, because while the fork's held in, it will be easy enough to do. And actually, it was already loose. So this bike has 100% definitely been sort of half stripped before, maybe an insurance company or something like that. So what I'm going to do is just undo it a little bit like that. And then when I put it over on the bench, it's going to be easy enough to take, yeah, like everything's loose. So yeah, it's quite interesting really to think somebody stripped this down at some point. To obviously assess all the damage and just, I don't know, why would you not tighten everything up? Maybe they thought they was going to get the job and do the work, I don't know. But yeah, we are going to obviously have to check every single nut and bolt on this before I take it out for a test ride, that's for sure. At least they've left that one nice and tight in here. So then you should just be able to twist and pull it down. And there's our one broken fork off. So look at this contraption I've had to make. So we've got the fork clamp there with the vise, but the vise has nothing to clamp to. So I've put 2 clamps on there, hopefully not going to bend my box out of shape. So let's grab the fork. We can undo the nut now, empty all the oil out, and then we can put it in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and undo this. Hopefully there's no pressure behind there, and we're going to find out the hard way. That. Oh bloody hell, it's got to be there now surely. Yep. There we go. And actually, do you know what? That feels really quite nice. So I have been cheap here and I'm going to be reusing the seals. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. We'll soon find out. Okay, there we go. So now we've got our fork in our fork clamp. What we do is we just wind these onto this bit of the rod here, and then we can get our spanner. If I have it the correct way. And then if we start to tighten this, it will clamp down on our forklet, and see, as you can see, it will lift it up. And we can just go a little bit there. That will do. And then as you can see now, we can get a spanner on there and our socket on there, and then we can unwind this section off. Loosen it. like so. And then now we can just okay, so then that's how we remove our compression rod, I guess. I'm not too sure what you'd want to call that. Maybe let me know in the comments. So let's just clean that up a second. And then let's not lose what order these all come out in. One side done. And there's the other side. Oh, hopefully I can get this on camera for you. Just pull that section up there. Should be able to flip this over. There's our spring. Right, okay, so now we've got our spring and that out. What we need to do is pull this dust cover off here, and then behind there we have a circlip, so we can pull the circlip out and then detach our like fork and rod from our jacket there. Just set the camera up for you. So we're going to use a nice flathead just to kind of get behind the dust seal, pry it open. Now I am reusing these seals, so I need to be extremely careful not to damage them, and if you're doing this as well, you want to be extremely careful not to scratch your rod here, because if you scratch that then you're going to have leaks. So you kind of want to be extremely careful. Actually, I might even have something better. Some actual seals here. Yep, nice leak coming out. But I'm just trying to be extremely careful pulling that down, as you can see. There we go. So also a little quick tip for you. Sometimes if you think your rod is leaking, pull down the dust cover and just check to make sure that there's no crap or grime caught in between there or this part. So I'll try to show you now. So as you can see, this one's actually really clean, but sometimes people will have a bit of sort of dirt in there, and then that sort of, as it rubs up and down, can leak. So yeah, it's you know, you can pop these dust seals off, clean out your rams in there, clean out your rods I should say, and then yeah, you can always pop it back on. So yeah, nice, we've not damaged that. There's no marks in there, which is a good thing. So now what we need to do is pop off that circlip in there, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. There you go. When you got the knife, when you got the right tool, it makes your life so much easier, because you could be using a flathead screwdriver and damaging your seals. And like I say, I've been cheap. These ones haven't been leaking at all, so for me there's not really much reason to replace them, but probably good practice too. I should have, but yeah. So now there we go. And then pull out our bottom piece here, and then now we should be able to just pull this out nicely. Okay, yeah, so all I had to do was just give that a real good tug, and that has come apart. So that's the broken side. So let's get out our new rod. So yeah, as you can see, our new one here is in really nice condition, no scratches, no pits or anything. Just got to remove that later on. But yes, what we need to do now is take our seals from this one here and our dust cover and put them on our new one. So let's go ahead and work out how we can remove them. So in order to get that one off, we have to take this one off. Where's our building in there? There it is. So hopefully you can see this on the camera. I'm just going to use our nice little seal picks to just very carefully pick them off. You can't forget the most important bit, our circlip and dust seal. So what we're going to do To be fair, they're nice and clean, and what I'm going to do is rub them. Rub them clean, and then they've still got a nice little bit of oil on to reuse them. So we'll put this one, what was it, circlip on first. Followed by our dust cover. And then what section was this one first? There we go, with that one. And then this one over there. And this one in the middle. There we go. And that is our new fork now. We can put that. What I'm going to do is clean that out because there's still a bit of oil. As you can see, as that oil come out, that was pretty disgusting. I don't know if I've already said that. So yeah, now we can basically start rebuilding the fork. So I'm just going to clean this out. A little bit of brake cleaner in there. Just get all that sort of oil residue out. And then I'll just put a little bit of the new oil just through it. So then when we put all of our seals back in and our rod, nothing's going to get caught up or binded. Okay, so the next thing we need to do then is we need to put these inside our jacket. So now what we need to do is drive our seals down obviously into our jacket here. Now I don't actually have a seal driver or anything, but what you can do is I will show you. So wipe it clean. All you need is a little bit of electrical tape, and once I get it off the reel I'll show you. Yeah, so what we can do is just run a nice bit of electrical tape around and around and around again to build up a layer, and then that is what is going to build up. Try to keep it nice and straight. I'm trying to do this a bit cack-handed because I have a camera there. Hopefully I've got this so you can see it. Right, that should be good enough now. So let's just break that off there, and then what we can do is get everything lined up, push it down a bit, and then just give it a real good bang, and hopefully it'll work. Right. Okay, let's try again. Let's just make sure it's square and lined up. So I'll try to actually just push that in a bit like that. There we go. Right, let's try again. And that has worked. Just remove that little bit of tape there. Yeah, so now we've driven that in nicely. We can get our lock nut. Sorry, we can get our little spring cap there now and push this in. Sorry, let me try move this camera. And then now we can push that spring clip back in, hopefully. With a bit of luck, we'll hear it clicking nicely. There we go. And then I just gotta remove that tape now. So there we go. So now we've drove them in. You can go ahead and push your dust seal back in. And then now the dust seal is all nicely in and it feels actually lovely. Now what we need to do is go ahead and build all the internals back in. We're putting our damping rod back in. What I'm going to do is the copper washer, it looks okay, I don't actually have any right now, so then that'll be fine. What I'm going to do is just put a tiny bit of Loctite on there, so then that will just seal any sort of oil that would then come down. Just using a little medium strength one as well, not nothing too crazy, because if I ever have to undo this again, don't want it to be too tight. Nice little blob like that. Okay, so that bit's now nice and tight. So we've put our fork back in our clamp there, and now this takes 599 cc, so that's basically 600. Now here I have 0.5, so I'm going to put this whole thing in there. Just pour it in nice and slowly. So that's the, well, 0.5, so now we just need to add pretty much an extra 100. Now, how accurate is that going to be? If I just go to 400, that should be about right, so let's do it. Check that now. Yeah, nearly there, a couple more pumps and then it's done. And that's probably about 59 cc, so that will do us. As you can see, I pretty much just brought the oil near enough up to the top. Hopefully that's about right. So now what I'm going to do is undo this from here and just sort of give it a little bit of a pump. I didn't drop the camera in here, but yeah, just sort of give that a little bit of pump now, let all the air sort of come out. It's gone down a little bit. You just see some air bubbles coming out. Yeah, it's gone down quite a bit now. Okay, so now I'm just going to put this back in here and then tighten that up. And then basically we can tighten it all, well, leave it for a good few minutes just to sort of let any of them final layer bubbles come out, and then after that we can tighten her up and should be good to go. So I have gone ahead and tightened all of them bits up, so now what we can do is take our tension now off the fork, bring it back down. I can bring the jacket up to it, and then screw her all back in. Make sure the O-ring goes on quite nicely, which looks like it is. And then we can tighten that back up when we get that back onto the bike. See, the only thing now is I might actually have to try find the factory settings for our compression rebound, because the way I've undone it, I don't know if it's stayed that way. We've obviously reset the nuts, so maybe we just need to reset these now, and hopefully it'll be good to go. Like I say, it's my first time doing a set of forks. Took a little while, it didn't take too long. We kind of got there in the end. I mean, they feel fucking solid, so that's a good thing. So yeah, I mean, they feel just as good as how they come off, so I'm happy with that. Hopefully there's no leaks. If there's going to be leaks, then I'm going to have a big issue. So yeah, let's get this back on the bike, and then we can sort of clamp it on, and then we can tighten up the top nut there and go from there. So in the manufacturer's manual, it says that from the top hat section there to the bottom part of our mount, we should have 35.5 mil. So what we're going to do is go ahead, measure where I've got it now currently. So right now I've got it at 37 mil. So that's just ever so slightly too high. And actually, funny enough, I measured that side and it's 37. So I'm going to come down with it just a tiny bit. Let's measure that there now. As you can see, that is 36.1, so I need to come down again just ever so slightly.
6.5 hours later.
Both of them bolts get torqued to 20 newton meters, which were bang on from earlier. So now, let's put them in. And they're already there. Some bloody clown who undone these already has, like, not stripped them but chewed them up. By the bottom one there, I might have to get a new bolt for that because that will just annoy me. Yeah, okay, so that's our new fork now, and as you can see, we've got somewhere to mount our new mudguard. So what we're going to do now is take this one off, drain it all out, clean all the tubes out, and then put some new oil in there. I'm not going to show you because we've already done that, so let's go ahead and change this one now quickly. So it's been a few days and there's no oil that's come out. I know they're not under sort of any weight and pressure, but you know, if the seals were bad, then they would have come leaking through. So that's a good thing. And also, I've just been doing the edit on the video and I didn't actually realise how long the sort of the fork procedures took, because it's kind of took up the whole video to make it an episode as such. So guys, maybe let me know in the comments, what would you rather see? Would you rather more crammed into the video, or would you kind of rather how the video has been like this one, where it's kind of a bit more in depth and we cover a bit more sort of about the one specific item? So let me know what you think. And obviously guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, especially if you're new here. Hit that bell notification. That's going to bring you straight back for part 3, which is going to be soon, because I'm about to set the tank off now and go through them next few sort of steps. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed watching and we'll catch you in the next one.